The only thing you know is how to breathe and how to suck titties, but now to extract milk for feeding. Yeah, not like men out here. There are men out here who suck titties.
Men out here.
That's grown ups.
Men out here.
People with beards, the hair. Imagine someone with a head load of hair is out there sucking titties.
See, someone is letting those titties be sucked.
Hey, yo. Hello guys. Hey, nashinanga nikisema hiyo. But anyway,
signature intro.
Mumekuaje? How have you been? How have things been? This is season 3.
Yes, sir.
The very, very first episode. Now, guys, we have tried to record this episode. We have been trying, but things are not working as they were supposed to work. But we're here right now.
Mm-hmm.
And kama vile mnaona, we have something new for you guys.
Yes, sir.
Kuna kitu tunaita visuals, videography.
Kidogo hapa na pale.
Mnatuona? Habari zenu kutoka kwa nyumbani? Mwa vyema? Aya. So welcome back to the Mirror Podcast.
Yes, sir.
This is a very first episode of our season 3.
Mm-hmm.
And we're back with more vigor, more energy. And what are we talking about today, Mr. Maina?
Our topic of the day is religion and its effects on modern day society. Mambo ya kanisa. Religion, faith, kuna gani ingine?
Spirituality.
Iyo, bas.
Yeah.
Those ones. Those are our topics of the day.
Yeah. So, disclaimer. If you feel like this episode might be triggering to you and your religious perspectives and beliefs, kindly pause and leave a like, share, subscribe, send to your friends, and also give them the trigger warning. But we're here to speak about anything and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll try hold it within the first hour. Because mambo inakuanga ni mambo nyingi. But let's get into it. We'll start with what is religion, Mr. Maina?
According to me. Unajua ni very important kwanza na according to me. Unaweza sema something and then watu waanze kusema si hivyo. Kwa akili yangu, religion is the beliefs that you have accepted to align with.
Okay. What kind of beliefs? Because the beliefs are crazy. Beliefs are
spiritual beliefs like in God and no God, and when you believe in Buddha, those of you who believe in Allah. Yeah. It is basically the denomination that you fall under. Whether Christian, Muslim, Hindu, pagan, etc.
Madness. So, kwa sababu hataki kuniuliza, nitajiuliza.
Si ukwe mpole. Si unipe tu chance. Okay.
Yeah, so I personally think religion is morality. Like what you believe is right and what you believe is wrong. What you feel is what you're supposed to do and what you feel you're not supposed to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it's a belief in a higher being or a stronger, more powerful being in whatever perspective it is.
Mm.
Yeah, like you were saying, if you believe in Buddha, if you believe in Allah, if you believe in kuna gani mwingine? Yeah, whatever you name your God,
mm-hmm.
still the higher being. So whatever you believe it is, that's your faith, and that's your perspective. Oh yeah, it is your perspective. Yeah. Now as we
I have a question. That's okay. I know it is not less than 5 minutes in, but I want to issue a very interesting question to every one of our viewers and subscribers on all platforms. We massively appreciate you, by the way. Why do you need religion? Just think about it. Why? We'll put up a poll on Instagram for you to share your responses once you've thought about it.
Yeah.
And then we'll review some of them.
And kindly, with all due respect.
You're respecting kunywa maji.
With all due respect, kindly reply to those polls. You as our supporters, listeners,
yes,
as our audience, kindly view bana, tafadhali manze, hataki kuwa bembeleza, but kindly would go a long way with the effort you give us and the time and everything. Yeah, so nilikuwa nijibu, lakini wacha nyinyi mtajibu and then tutajibu baadaye,
hata review.
Yeah,
yes sir.
Now let's, from that question, the only place we can go is, why does religion matter? So I still end up answering that question.
It's unavoidable at this point.
Yeah. So religion, for me, I believe, is a way to resolve the unknowns. Those questions that you cannot answer. You, like, why is a whale a mammal? Why is chicken a bird? Why is penguin a bird? Why is a cow called a cow? All those things, they are questions without answer. Where do we originate from?
So basically, what you're saying is religion gives meaning to life.
Yeah.
It gives you answers.
Yes, a sort of answer that you can not fully account for, but you can believe in. Yeah.
All right.
It's all about the faith. Oh, I was supposed to say that religion is about faith. It's about the things you strongly believe in and the things you work with. Yeah. So I think also religion creates a sense of belonging in people, in terms of the way people meet in churches, the way people meet in congregations, in the mosques ni wapi huko guys? nimekuwa modhogo
guy.
Sorry, in the mosques, in temples, in every single congregation or a collective of people where the gathering. English man.
English came. English was
it went also. Ilirudi na wakoloni manze. Yeah, but anyway, in any gathering, I believe that religion plays a very important role, because as Africans, we mostly start a lot of our events with prayer and end them with prayer.
Ngoja, nyi watu mnaombeanga chakula sana bana. Please.
Bana chakula na
please.
Omba tukule.
Thank you.
Yeah, utaomba tena afterwards kushukuru Mungu. Yes. Yeah. So in today's world, how does religion play an important role, or how what is the role of religion in our modern day life?
I'd say religion is also a source of hope. It gives people hope. Personally, I would put it out there that I think with the evolution of how churches are right now, it is more falsified hope than anything else, but it's still hope, you know, like you have hope that God will help you, or your sins will be forgiven, or the greater being that you believe in will intercede for you in some way, you know. So it gives you hope, and that hope gives you other things. Like that hope can motivate you to go to work for the next week before Sunday comes, or before Saturday, or before Friday. So that's it. Then you go. It's like a renewed contract, which is something that amazes me, to be honest. Like the whole idea of churches, I get the communal aspect of worshiping, but like, do you really need churches to be with God?
No.
Do you?
Lakini unakimbiza syllabus. Hatufika hapo bwana.
Sorry.
Usha conclude.
DJ Mixman, rewind selector.
Yeah. Now, just on your point, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think it creates us. It's more about the social aspect of the church other than the being closer to God.
Mm-hmm.
I believe when you now united in prayer, it gives like it's stronger if the prayer is actually genuine and the kind of giving and I don't know, mnapata tunasema, si ndio? Nyinyi mnanipata. Mumeget. Thanks.
Mko sharp by the way.
Yeah, you're smart guys. Hamwezi kuwa mliangusha mtihani. Yeah. So it creates a sense of togetherness, sense of belonging. And I think that's the important part when it comes to religion. Because you get to be in a space where you're someone who has a strong feeling towards a certain thing that they desire or that they want to achieve. And the togetherness in that aspect, if you're praying, if you're worshipping, whatever it is, giving thanks, in a communal aspect, it gives a lot more energy. That's why, okay, let me use the concept of gods. Gods with the small g, yeah? Gods grew stronger when more people praised them. They became better and better each time they got a sacrifice or got something impressive, or basically sacrifices from their worshippers. I'd say it's the same thing, but instead of God growing stronger, what happens is your want, your desire, your thanks, whatever it is you're praying to him, gets like income inapata higher priority. You get to be ranked like better. This is my thought.
I have a very controversial question.
Yeah.
Do you think children should be taken to religious places? Like
yes.
Places of worship?
Yes, I strongly believe they should.
Yeah, interesting. I don't. I think religion should be like a choice. Like your relationship with God.
It is a choice.
No, you see, with the way it is lined up right now, like me, from where my background, by virtue of my parents being Christian, I was taken to a church. You know?
Yes. Okay, so, church. But yeah,
So I may not have really chosen this relationship that I have with God. Ni vile tu kutoka nikuwe mtoto nimekuwa tu nikupelekwa church, so I just got used to it and then it just became a part of my life. Personally, I think God should be like a choice. Like
God is not the church though.
Yeah, but the church has a you do know that, especially during the earlier stages of childhood, 0 to 7 years, when the child is absorbing most of the information that is being put forth to them, that going to like a church could be instrumental in both a good way and in a bad way. So for me, I think your exposure to God should come through different ways. I don't think any child below the age of 10 should go to a church.
Why?
Why would they go to a church? You're just okay. Personally, I was going to church because my parents were going to church. Not because I had the option, not because I knew what it was. I was just doing it for the sake of, mom and dad are going there, and they're wearing nicely. So even me, I'm wearing nicely and I'm going there, and I will remove sadaka, which is, let me not go there.
Okay. Do you know that according to the Bible, according to faith, the kingdom of God,
traditional.
Huh? Yeah, but the kingdom of God belongs to children.
That is just my view.
Children have no predisposed conditions to anything. They are pure. That when you give birth to a baby, that baby knows nothing.
I'll probably never do that, but
okay. I mean, when I say you, I don't mean him. Anthony Maina,
Sawa.
Acha niangalie camera. So
Ameachana na mimi.
when you give birth to a baby, what happens?
This is what happens when you become stupid.
You get this child into this world having nothing in their head, knowing nothing. So if you take a child to a church, have you ever seen how children behave in churches? They play around, they are happy,
they're crying, some of them run around.
Yeah. They have no predisposed condition. Like they're not conditioned to know that once you step into a church, you become solemn, you are now bowing down to everyone. You need to look, is it meek? I think, whatever that word means, yeah. And give yourself to God. For them, they have given themselves to the higher being already. So then, a child believes everything will work out.
Fair.
Children don't have struggles with things like bwana wao fikirie eti guys sijalipa rent, so nikilipa 50 bob ya sadaka naweza kosa fare kufika nyumbani. Like babies have no conditions. Like
they're just there.
They're just there. Whatever they give you, whatever they feel is pure.
So do you think children should be requested to remove offertory?
No.
Interesting. Do you think offertory, you know, funny thing about the church, and I'm sorry that we're digressing from the whole idea of religion and narrowing down to the church, but it has been burning me for a while. I do understand that the church needs money to run, but does the church always need money?
Yeah.
Hey. Okay,
those priests need to be paid. Those I don't know, what are these things called? Pews, the things people sit on. They need to be bought. What else? Yeah, those things. They give us excuses.
But see, I've never walked into a church and I've heard there's no sadaka today. Funny enough.
Yeah.
If you're collecting sadaka every day, you do 3 masses a day. Whoever walks
every Sunday.
There's now, okay, the church back at home, they do masses every day and they collect sadaka every day. And they do 2 masses per day. Then
but
I think 3 on Sunday.
How many people go for those masses?
It depends.
The 6 a.m. one and the night one. Yeah. How many? It's a handful.
But you see, like for the pews that you've talked about,
yeah,
there is harambes done for that. So sadaka is collected, yeah. That sadaka no one accounts for.
Yeah. No, what do you mean no one accounts for?
Where does that money go?
To the church's accountant. Do you know a church has an accountant?
As of now, no. And now is when I'm finding out.
Yeah, you have a lot of prejudice without enough context, but I continue.
That I most definitely agree.
Yeah.
But let's say they want to go to a children's home.
Yeah. They never want to go to a children's home, but
Why? Why do you think it is so?
Because right now the church does not do what the church is supposed to do.
What does the church do?
The church is a connection between God and the people.
Which is, personally, my personal opinion, I do not need brokerage between me and God. But that is just how I view it.
Actually, God has always worked like that.
Through people, not through organized.
There's always a broker between you and God. Until... Does the New Testament have brokers? Kind of, but I don't know. Yeah, it does have brokers, disciples. The brokerage is now being misused. Initially, it was supposed to be a connection. Like when the priest comes to speak in the front, or the pastor, or the religious leader, even if it's a sheikh or anyone. One of our temples in Mesabra and Itangwa.
Monks.
Yeah, okay, there's some of them are monks, but the other, yeah. Anyway, For them, what they're supposed to do is just help you interpret the gospel or interpret the word, because you won't understand everything the way it's supposed to be understood. And that context is why context is very important. And that is why they go and learn more about the holy book, whichever book they're using. They learn more about what is deserving, what is supposed to be in the Bible, in the Quran, in the... I keep on forgetting. But anyway, in those holy books.
There's a holy book that was written 5,000 years before the Bible was written. I honestly am very curious. If I ever get my hands on it, I will be very happy individual to find out what happened before the Romans and the Catholic decided to merge.
But the Bible itself was not written 5,000 years ago, or whatever number of years ago it was compiled. The Bible was written in so many different, like Genesis to Revelation is a span of thousands of years.
And like for the Gospels, I hear there's actually a lot more Gospels than the ones present in the Bible. There's other books that were omitted. There's a lot, but let's go back to religion. Religion is our focus of the day. We shall come back to churches later. As I was saying, religion gives people hope, right? You hope that I don't know if you believe in the concept of heaven or hell or purgatory or all that.
Me as Alvin Fadhili or the people.
You guys, you tell us. You tell us.
I do not.
You believe it's a constructed thing.
It's a way to make you believe in something that's right and something that's wrong. It's basically telling you, stick to this path.
If you don't,
this is the right path to be. So the thing is that they tell you there's a repercussion for something bad. What I believe is something a lot of Buddhists believe in karma. How you behave on your during your time here on earth will reciprocate how you will be treated in the afterlife. So if you are good here, when you leave this land, whatever you get will be good. If you are bad here, whatever you get would be bad.
Makes sense.
Because every action
has a reaction.
Has a direct and opposite reaction.
Okay, that makes sense. But to you, why, whatever religion you believe in, I don't really want to get too deep into that. Why does it matter to you?
It helps make things easier.
Expound on that.
Because if you were to ask me, when I die, where will I go? I really don't know.
Really? That's some real shit right there.
I really don't know. And the only way I can actually relax, I can ease my mind, is if I believe that there's an afterlife.
That you go to.
Be very keen. I am saying afterlife. I'm not saying there's a heaven, there's a hell, there's purgatory, there's reincarnation. All I know is that there's an afterlife. Why do I know this? Because there is a higher being that protects, guides, and leads our way. Why do I also need that? So that I do not fail in this life.
Do not fail?
When one bad thing happens to you, my brain runs way faster than my mouth, so I end up saying things that do not make sense sometimes. But when one bad thing happens to you, your mind intrinsically believes that next time it might happen again. Why? Because that's how the brain protects itself. However, when you believe that there is a higher being protecting you, you will have the courage, the energy to try again, whether you will fail or succeed. you'll have the ability and the courage to actually make that step again.
Right.
Yeah, instead of just giving up. Yeah, that is why I believe religion is important. And before we go deeper and deeper, there is an aspect of religion and spirituality. There is religion, faith, and spirituality. Yeah. Religion is what is there. Sense of morality, sense of being, sense of what? Yeah. Faith is what you read or what you don't see and believe is real. For example, who here has ever seen God? You hear ni wako pale mnasikizia. Yeah. Have you ever seen God?
Nope.
Have you seen God in your dreams?
Nope.
I have not seen God in my dreams. I've not seen him with my eyes. I don't even know if it's a him. But that higher being we believe in is because of the faith, undoubted faith and very blind faith we have. That's one thing. Faith that tomorrow will still be here when you go to sleep. That's because of God, manze.
Okay, me.
I'm not entitled to this life.
Real. You didn't do anything to deserve to live.
Exactly. I just appeared. One person and another decided they will reproduce, and I am here.
Pop. Hello, guys.
Their reproduction is me.
Shout out to our parents, by the way.
Yeah.
You all are amazing people.
Parents are very important. Yeah. So the byproduct of their connection is me. But I am not entitled to have lived here for nearly 20 years. No entitlement.
Yes, sir.
But I still keep on living. Still wake up every day. Still feel, I still breathe. I still live. And one thing I strongly believe is that my life is not mine. Like the breathing that I am doing, the air inside my lungs,
the life force inside
the heartbeat, basically, yeah, the life force inside me is not mine. If it were mine, I would have birthed myself.
Okay, fair. I see where you're going.
So, whether life is good, whether life is bad, whether shit goes wrong, whether shit goes right, my life is based on the people around me, my parents, the people who have seen me grow, the people who have been close to me, and most especially the person who was able to create this being. Like my body, I do not understand how I do not need to refill my blood.
Really? Like you don't understand where the replenishing comes from.
Blood is created within your own body. Your heartbeat is not controlled by anything other than itself. You can go brain dead and your heart will continue beating. There is no other part of the body that is not controlled by the brain other than the heart. The brain itself, how is it possible that it does all that it does? How am I able to speak right now? How am I able to think before I speak and actually speak what I'm speaking? So there are so many unknowns that are out there. Why do we even have phones? Why? What's the point of that? So there's so much that is undefined. There's so much that is unknown. There's so much that is not clarified, that the only way you can actually have mental peace is by agreeing that there is a higher being, better, stronger, more powerful than us, that guides you through every single day of your life.
Sasa Joelvin ameamua kutumia English mingi akatutolea ese moja imeenda shule. Yangu inakuanga much simpler. Mimi nasemanga si babangu aliyeka sukari kwa pineapple.
Bas.
So there definitely is someone greater than us.
Exactly.
We didn't appear here by accident.
Yeah.
Your life did not take its shape by accident. So there's someone.
That's very
there's
true.
someone.
And there's something I want to say, very contradicting. It's about death. So people say, okay, let me use our religion, okay, our beliefs as Africans and Kenyans specifically. People say shetani amemchukua. What do you mean shetani amemchukua?
Shetani.
How does the devil play a part in taking your life? Actually, according to the Bible, the devil himself is a son of God. He was an angel, right? So he stems from God's own creation. So where does he get the power to take something that was never his in the beginning?
Questions you need to ask when you go to your religious place of worship.
Yeah, so I'm not saying the devil does not exist or the devil is not bad, but one thing I'll say is the devil is not who you think he is.
And I think even, okay, first one thing I would tie to the devil is being blamed for things that...
Natuko Illuminati, by the way. We are not the devil's
advocate. We're not playing devil's advocate here, but mom, mtoto wako akishuka rasta aja chukuliwa na shetani, ameamua tu kuweka rasta. It has nothing to do with the devil and sijui nini and sijui nani.
Yeah.
Because people are attaching so many things to the devil and it's really not that serious.
To be honest, this guy inaweza kuwa hata ni kufungiwa amefungiwa purgatory.
Umse inaweza kuwa tu yeye alikosea Mungu yake yakwa mahali, then everything's just being blamed on him.
Mwenye aliandika hiyo Genesis atatuambia ni nani alimwambia shetani ndo mbaya. But anyway, wait, Moses ndo aliandikanga Genesis?
Ndio. Funny story. But I'd advise you all to go asking questions. The religious space is very negative on people who like to question it. You get shunned very quickly. The social pressure on anyone who starts asking questions is dangerous, by the way. It's not easy to even want to ask questions, but ask yourself those questions. Look for answers and you'll some way somehow find some clarity, because religion also has a lot of gray areas, right? Like religion right now, most religions don't talk about how their religion spread through bloodshed and slavery and exploitation of other human beings.
Be very keen. One Anthony Maina is speaking of the I've forgotten the full name of the Catholic Church. Let me look for it.
So you might be there believing that this denomination of religion that you believe in is so good and better than the rest, but in reality, it's just as bad as the others.
He's speaking of the Holy Catholic Apostolic Roman Church.
It's
be keen
on what
Roman Church. Roman. Yeah, that just the word Roman should give you enough context.
Yeah. And for those of you who think you are, especially the Christians, who think you are so far away from the Roman Church, you go looking at the history of the Bible and then you soon realize, oh wait,
it's very, very dirty.
Oh wait,
very, very dirty.
So just don't also believe everything everyone tells you. Just find ways of seeking clarity of your own. But there is a greater being, and there are questions you will ultimately never answer, but you can question what they are telling you.
Yeah. They're not sure which religion is right.
Yeah.
Which belief is the only one that is okay. It's very important to note that it's all about what you believe. It's not about what people tell you. It's not about how people will treat you. It's about how you believe. The sense of right and wrong that we have been instilled from birth, which is morality, will tell you which one you're supposed to fall to more, and make sure this one is not influenced by the people around you. That's why that's why I had something to note when you said children should not be taken to church. They should be taken to church. However, the parent should not dictate what they believe in and what they choose to do. They should just reprimand and guide. Honestly.
So basically, what you're saying is they should take you to church, but it is your choice whether or not to believe in the church.
Yeah.
Really. That's at least that's more workable.
Yeah. Oh, and then I forgot I was even telling the difference between faith, religion, and spirituality. Now on to spirituality. Spirituality is your connection to the higher being's world. What do I mean by this? The world of the superior. Where does the world of the superior belong? I don't know. But I just know there's a spiritual world. And that world is vast. There is so much that goes on in our spiritual realms that we do not understand. And I would be very keen to say this. It's important to understand your spiritual standing.
So one more time.
This is very important to spiritual standing. Something spiritual standing.
Very important.
Rewind selector to 10-15 seconds.
It's very important to understand your spiritual standing.
Oh, understand. Yeah. Now, why do I say this? Because that's where morality loses its meaning. You might have all the morals right, all those beliefs right, but you end up losing your spiritual standing or your spiritual footing, and you lose everything. I don't believe that the devil is wrong. I don't believe that demons will come and hunt you in the night. But I do believe that there is forgotten the names. But I believe there is good and evil. There are good spirits and there are evil spirits.
Just like there's good people and bad people.
Yeah. And I'm not talking about juju magic of the Nigerians. I am speaking about the realms of spirits, where I believe our souls go after, where you reside before you are quote unquote reincarnated. Reincarnation is true to me, but that's not important. So if you fall to the traps of the evil spirits, you will lose a lot. But if you continuously reinforce the good spirits inside you, you grow and you learn a lot about yourself, about the spirit realm, and so much more. I strongly believe that all souls are connected. Like every single soul in this world is connected in one way or another. That is why there are some people who have dreams about people they have not met. I believe when you dream, you are in a world beyond our own.
So it's like you're tapping into another world.
Yeah, you're tapping into the spiritual world. And that's where you end up having visions. You end up having, I don't know, these things. Dreams that make sense and they look like they are premonitions or something like that. And it's totally okay to not understand the spiritual realm as of now. It's totally okay to not know what is right, what is wrong. But it's important to grow. And that is why I think the church is important. And religion is important. Because religion is what shows you the path to take. But I will keenly and categorically say this. Do not follow blindly.
One more time.
Do not follow blindly.
Bas.
Where you put your faith, because faith is in something that does not have a physical presence, or you cannot, it's not tangible, yeah? You need to have a religious aspect to it. Like I'd say, God exists.
Yes.
That is why we read the Bible, because it's a book written by people inspired by God.
How comes God stopped inspiring people?
I do not know if He stopped inspiring people. Maybe He's inspiring people in different ways these days.
All right.
Yeah. So there's a book written by people inspired by God that tells us more about God, and the spiritual aspect of it is actually us believing having the faith that God does exist and that He has written a book about Himself and how we should grow, and having to accept the faith that when I follow this and I have this strong belief in this and this and this, I will be in the good books. We are all sinners from birth. I will not lie to you.
You believe in the perpetual sin?
Like I do not believe in the perpetual sin.
Man, I do not know how a sin that was committed in the beginning.
It means it means Jesus died for no reason. If perpetual sin is real.
The Catholic Church.
But I don't mean we are all sinners because of perpetual sin. I mean we are all sinners because by the fact that we land onto this earth and have a mind of our own, we are susceptible to making very bad decisions.
True.
And sinning is very, very normal. You sin by doing 90% of things. Why am I calling so many things sin? Because according to the Bible, according to the 10 commandments, when you analyze those 10 commandments and the other commandments that are put through the Bible, because the commandments are way too many.
Yeah.
There is so much that is defined as sin. If I slap you right now for absolutely no reason, I have sinned. Why? Because I have attacked you without any provocation. If I decided to actually, this is very simple. If I decided to strip here and I am not insane, and I am fully in my
right capacity.
Yeah, right mental capacity. I have sinned. Because the body is quote unquote the temple of God.
Yes, sir.
It should be cared for, treated, and preserved in its nature and stature.
But sorry to interrupt. People have a very funny way of viewing the temple of God. You think the temple of God is the buildings you go to. Your body is the temple of God.
That is very true.
The way people are so heavy on maintaining churches and SG decorations and all that, that is how you should treat yourself.
Exactly.
You should look at yourself as God's channel to the world.
You are actually God's channel to the world.
Exactly. So, by virtue of you not seeing it that way, and you seeing buildings and other things, it makes life a bit more difficult because you might focus more on building other things than what God actually gave you to use in the world.
Yeah.
You see, so you might find that you're in the worst of shape, ama you use your body badly, ama you don't even maintain yourself. But when you go to the church, you're giving heavily to maintain it. It should be the other way around. You should maintain you so that God can use you to impact society.
Exactly. That's very, very important to note.
All right, let me take you back to some history, just a bit. You look at most of the wars and the rise and fall of empires, even especially like the Roman one, even the current wars that happen right now between, I don't know, Islam and Christianity and all that. They all have deeply religious ties. So my word of advice to you is, whatever you choose to believe in, because also the religion you attach yourself to is a choice.
Yeah.
Today I can wake up and say, I need this Christianity.
It's not for you.
Let's go see what those people of Buddha are saying. You see?
Yeah.
So whatever you choose to believe in, make sure that one, it was fully your choice. You were not put there by societal pressures or your parents or God knows what. And you are willing to accept the good and the bad. Because people tend to think that it is all good, all sunshine and rainbows. Well, in essence, it is not.
Yeah.
It's a religion, by virtue of even how it's spread today, there's a lot of indoctrination and a lot of manipulation of scriptures to suit certain people. And it's something people need to know.
Yeah.
It's something people need to accept is there. So whatever you're getting yourself into, get yourself into it knowing there's good, there's bad. So if you're still okay with it after you've seen both, why not? Because at the end of the day, you still need religion.
Yeah. Because
you'll find there's things that are so above you that if you start looking for you, you'll just go mad. So back to some history lessons. There's a lot of things that have been influenced by religion. Like here in Africa, because we think that colonialism and religion did not come at the same time.
Well, okay, do we really believe that? Okay, let's say we do, yeah?
They came nearly hand in hand.
Came one after the other.
Yeah.
Actually. Yeah.
Following each other. It was, which religion came first? So if you did not...
It was the appetizer.
Basically.
Before the main dish.
Basically.
Yeah.
So before these people decided, you know what, let's go there and see Wagwan with these black folks of ours.
Yeah.
Shout out to you all black folks. Me, personally, I consider black folks to be very impressive people.
But we do fail ourselves.
Yeah, a lot. And maybe it is due to us functioning on success that was not...
Colonization of the mind. Colonization of your fucking medulla.
That a lot. Religion came as a small dose, like a vaccine of colonization. Religion was the vaccine of the colonization that we have today. Mm-hmm. It is the root cause of a lot of things, and well, for reasons one or another, we may not even be able to cover all of them in our life.
We will not.
Even if we were to say us as Maina and Fadhili,
we have stopped everything in our life. We are now going to cover
what religion has done.
What religion has come from to what it is, and all the things it has gone through from day one to when we will stop. When we stop is when we're going to die.
Yeah.
We will not be able to finish. We might not come to the 21st century.
We might not even get here.
Yeah.
So your involvement in religion is your choice. So make sure you're making the right choices, or choices that at least align with you. Don't get yourself into things that you were told to get yourself into, because you'll find that the further you go in life, you realize things and you're like, shit. He's in mambo gani.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So but religion has, as I said, both good and bad.
Everything has both good and bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we are not saying stop believing, and we are not saying believe fully.
Yeah.
Just be cautious on all you do, because there is no one extreme to anything. I believe a lot that happens in our world, especially things that are beyond our understanding at times are spectrum.
So it's just like a multitude of things.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So there's always going to be one point in your life where you're going to question something and you will not even have the right answers. But whatever you take in is in your control. So if you take in all bad, you'll obviously understand all bad. If you take in all good, you'll understand all good, which is not really a good thing.
Yep.
But if you are able to balance between the good and the bad, you'll be able to have so much that you can comprehend.
Yeah. You'll at least be knowledgeable enough to move better in life
and to actually understand where you stand better. Because as human beings, we need a sense of purpose.
True.
And actually I was like, hey, these things, they're just mixing. Yeah. The sense of purpose is also what drives people to find religion, to find God, to find spirituality, all those things. Because if you lack purpose, you have no driving force. If you have no driving force, you won't be able to actually grow yourself in life. And purpose does not mean the thing that wakes you up. Purpose is the thing you wake up to do, or the thing you wake up to work towards. Yeah. So see the difference. Purpose does not wake you up. You wake yourself up for your purpose.
Yeah. You touched a bit on spirituality. Could you give us some more insight as we plan to close off?
Spirituality?
Yes. Tell us about spirituality.
So, we are all spiritual beings.
I think if you've watched is it an animation or an anime?
Avatar, which one? The Last Airbender.
Yeah. Yes. It has a very interesting way of connecting the physical world to the spiritual.
Perfect.
You know?
That is just amazing. You are wisdom. You are Anthony Maina the Wise.
I try, Manze.
Yeah, the connection between all avatars. If you understand the context, well and good. If you don't,
just try some little homework.
You can go watch Avatar, but I'll give you the basic idea. So, Avatar: The Last Airbender, who was chosen to be the Airbender, and how are you chosen? You're chosen by Rava. Rava is the spirit of the yin and yang. The yin and yang is basically what I was saying, the good and bad.
Yeah.
The moon and the sun, the tides and the sand dunes. Yeah. So basically, everything that comes back to back, something that is they're correlated. Yeah. So like having toothpaste and a toothbrush, or a toothbrush and salt and water, or whatever people use.
But I see what you did there. Creative fellow.
So he was chosen, but he got lost in the seas, and
when the world needed him most,
he disappeared.
He vanished.
So the connection is between Rava and the Airbender. So the Airbenders, not the Airbenders, sorry, and the Benders, sorry, the Benders, people who control nature, fire,
elements.
Elements, fire, earth, water, and air. I wonder why.
And there are various other forms.
Yeah, which are classified under these 4 groups. And what they have is the control to have all 4. That's why they're called avatars. They have been chosen to create balance between all the 4 elements. And how do they do that? It's again through Rava, who is the chain between the human world and the spiritual world.
Mm.
And Rava does this through the connection of the spirit of the human being and the spirit realm through okay, I think Rava is a female, so I'll say herself. So through herself, it's basically she links, like something like that, a link between her and our world. And it's very, very important to know that when Ang vanished, the world went to chaos. The Fire Lord, whatever he was,
became a tyrant.
Yeah,
chose to take over the world.
Yeah, and he chose that because fire was the most explosive, the most out there. He was the most powerful, so he chose to take it to his power, to his control. And he went on
they ended up wiping out the Air Nation.
Yeah, because they were told that the next Avatar was coming from the Air Nation.
Yeah, so they saw a threat and they chose to eliminate.
Yeah, but that was not the point.
Which is funny. Humans work in a very funny way.
That is
to be honest.
Human beings are the worst. There's nothing that can come close to a human being. We are demons of our own making.
Really?
But that was not the point. The point is, Avatar was a connection between spirit and humanity, yeah? Now let me fast forward to the next series, Avatar Korra. Avatar Korra broke the link between our realm and the spirit realm. And again, chaos broke. And spirits were actually breaking into our realm. That's what people consider bad juju and those things, at least in my thought. So they broke into our realm and they used to assault, manipulate, whatever word you want to use, the negative aspect of humanity. Yeah, they took control of it. And it took a while for Korra to fix it, but eventually she did. But in that period where they had lost the connection between the spirit world and our world, the chaos was unbearable. Everything was going haywire.
Everything turned to shit.
And now, let me now bring into our own context. As we are growing, we're all human beings.
Yep.
You are not born with a monopoly of knowledge.
Yes, sir.
You are born as a clean slate. You are born knowing nothing. The only thing you know is how to breathe and how to suck titties. But now to extract milk for feeding. Yeah, not like men out here. There are men out here who suck titties.
Men out here.
That's grown ups.
Men out here.
People with beards, the hair. Imagine someone with a headload of hair is out there sucking titties.
See, someone is letting those titties be sucked.
Hey, yo. Digressing. We are in religion and spirituality. Yeah, so spirituality is a personal connection between you. Hey, my friend. Why?
Look at it
no,
this
no,
way.
No.
Okay.
Yeah,
I see you.
I
will cook afterwards.
No. We're not allowing cooking. But anyway, it's a connection between you and the divine world. I was not even supposed to talk about the divinity. But the divinity is basically what the Catholic Church knows as God the Father, God the Son, and God the Holy Spirit.
Which has a very interesting backstory.
So, this is where I'm going to come in. God the Father is faith. God the Son is religion. Note. God, the Holy Spirit, is spirituality. Why? Because you've never seen God, you've not have had any direct connection with God except prayer, yeah? Jesus Christ is the Son of Man. He was here physically on this land. He was
seen.
He was heard. He spoke. And he taught a lot of things that are even in the Bible. There are things that he said with his own mouth. There are things he spoke of. And when I go to God the Son, I believe even the people that came after Jesus and the people who were there before Jesus now were part of God the Son. Like they brought it into wholeness, because there is a lot of the Old Testament, which I'm speaking about the Catholic Bible. No, wait, the Bible itself for Christians out there.
Which is?
No, whichever Bible you read, the Bible is the Bible, because there are very many versions.
Yeah.
And I strongly believe that should not be right, but anyway, yeah. So the Bible itself is a collection of what God wanted. And when Jesus came here, he showed that whatever you have gone to believe about God is not 100% like that. The things that were too extreme, the things that human beings made biblical. When I say biblical, it's that it has no other way. Once it's like that, it's like that. And it's in order. Monday you're going to do this. Tuesday you're going to do this. Wednesday you're going to do this. Thursday you're going to do this. Friday you're going to do this. Saturday you're going to do this. Sunday you'll do nothing. And that is why a lot of the these people in the temples, what are they called? Like the temples those people are using. Those people who were in charge of religion at that time of Jesus did not go along with Jesus healing and doing work on Sunday, because they believed that the seventh day was a day of rest. And it's crazy.
Real. That's some crazy shit for real. Like you so on Monday God is cut.
So my leg is broken and Jesus is here, he can heal it.
Wait till Sunday.
No, wait till Monday.
Oh, guy.
On Sunday we do not do anything.
On Sunday sherehe.
Where?
Religious sherehe.
It is relaxation. Maybe utanipata pale niko Maldives na sip juice yangu.
Sipping juice.
Yeah.
But anyways.
So
just wrap it up.
Yeah, that's what it is when it comes to divinity. Yeah. But now in the spiritual sense of divinity, it's your connection to the higher being or the higher world. And it's very, very personal. This is where prayer, fasting, sacrifices, all those things, even offering. Offering is a spiritual aspect. That's why I don't believe that anyone should be forced to give offering.
It's turudi kwa ile burnt offering.
Yeah, actually burnt offering is also a smart move.
Yeah, burnt offering is a very smart move.
Yeah.
Because you can't burn 3 billion cows in one day. Think about it. Think about it.
And also, spirituality also holds a serious and strong connection to our ancestors. Why do I say this? Because for me, I'm not in my ancestral land.
Same.
But this is our land as human. Like, I'm a Kenyan, so I am on my land. We are Africans, so I am on my land. And there is so much that was manipulated when religion came in. And we lost it. We did not, as Africans, we did not have...
We lost the plot.
As Africans, we did not have religion. We did not have religion. We had faith and spirituality. A lot of spirituality. I strongly believe we were more connected, because spirituality and religion are not what is it called? I've forgotten the word that means one. There's no need for one to be there so that the other can be there. They can be there separately, they can be there separately. So you do not need to be religious to be spiritual, and you do not need to be spiritual to be religious.
Okay.
They are independent to each other. And spirituality on my end is more important than being religious, because spirituality is your personal, your in-depth belief, feeling, and connection with the higher being. So if you are spiritual, if you are connected to the holy being or the higher being on a personal level, then you can grow the other aspects, can grow your religious aspect.
Right,
you can now strongly believe that if I continue loving, caring, and being like this, I'll be more advantageous in this form, in this form, in this and that form. But that's my perspective. You might believe being religious is more important than being spiritual,
and it's okay.
That's totally okay.
Yeah,
that's on your end. I am here to give my perspective, and to wrap it up, there's so many unknowns.
Really?
And due to those so many unknowns, people are taking advantage and misusing religion, spirituality, faith, beliefs, everything that comes in hand with the higher being, and they are using it on a negative side because it now is advantageous to them. That's why we are saying we can't ban 3 billion cows in one day, because when they monetized everything, you are able to just pay through the comfort of your own seat. There is M-Pesa, there's so many different ways, and now religion has become a business.
Real. Now that's some real shit.
I wouldn't want to put any statistical value to it, but I'd say there is a lot of churches that are now business oriented. They're looking on how to gain profit, how to benefit themselves, how to grow and be known as the biggest church in Kenya, how to be known as the best pastor, the most religious person, the one closest to God. And it's very wrong. So I'd advise you, even as you listen to your pastor, as you listen to your priest, as you listen to your sheikh, as you listen to your
teacher at this point,
any person who is leading the religious forum, kindly listen to what the scripture is saying, not what they are saying. And even if you listen to the scripture, now this one is to Christians.
Yes, sir.
That Bible that you're reading has been what do I even say? Translated, manipulated, converted in so many different forms and manners. I would like you, as you read, create a deeper connection with your spiritual realm and your spirituality, so that you can tell what is right and what is wrong, even in that holy book.
Yes, sir.
Because that holy book has a lot of things that have been manipulated to fit the conditions of the people who wrote it. The people who manipulated that book.
So and these truths need to be told a lot more.
Yeah.
Because I will not mention names, but I know of a few very close people to me.
Yeah.
Who are so stuck on believing what they're told. If you told them, the way to heaven is running 7 people with your car. May I'm telling you, 1 week later, 7 people are dead. So, you see that thing that God gave you that is between your ears. Very important.
Yeah. Use it properly.
Use kidogo too.
Do not get manipulated so easily by the words of mouth. Because one thing I know is that religion, faith, spirituality are the things people get indoctrinated into so fast, and you will fall. Because the thing about faith is that there is no sense that this is right and this is wrong once you've started believing. Once you get deep, you can only get deeper.
Don't be a sheep. Don't be sheep.
When you see things are not going well, don't continue staying.
Question.
If you have a strong sense of spirituality, you will know when it's time that is difficult or wrong. So with that, thank you very much for listening.
I'll give you some bit of homework. because he opened up the show, I would like to close it off. I mean, sinajua tu. Go watch Avatar and see the way the spiritual world and the physical world have a very interesting connection. We have been having conversations about going back to our actual traditional beliefs, and I think you've enlightened me on something that I have been looking for but have been finding it hard to find, which was, where did our forefathers lie? And in spirituality it makes sense, because you look at what they believed in and how it worked for them. Like me, I look at my Kikuyu brothers and sisters who used to worship alongside Mount Kenya, and the belief in the Mugumo tree and all that, and it's more spiritual than religion. Like it is seriously spiritually tied, and it made sense why they would do that. And now you see, with the constant depreciation in quality of society, and I think it's because we are losing a spiritual connection with one, ourselves, and to the higher beings or the higher existences that are there.
Yeah, I hope I said this, that we're all connected.
Yeah, you did.
Even that mountain, even the soils, anything that has a sense of life
is connected.
Yeah. And a sense of life, I don't mean that tree is breathing, I don't mean that mountain is breathing. That mountain has something that lives inside.
Yeah.
That tree has something that actually trees are alive.
Yeah.
Plants are alive. And it's crazy. So in all that, what I'd say about the spiritual aspect of our ancestors, or the people that were before us, before religion came in, is that it was a representation. The mountain was a representation of a higher being. Like, we do not know how this came to be. So this is what we will hold as the connection from us to the So basically that's been it, and you can close up.
It's been really like insightful and knowledgeable, and do your homework, guys. Najua you have traumas due to homework. I'm sorry. But from this side of the world where Maina and Fadhili run wild, we'd like to close it off and wish you all a lovely week ahead. Make sure to subscribe, share, follow, and like, and we'll have a good time. Adios.
Thank you all.